Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. How you doing? I gotta be honest with you, the shingle shot kicked my ass and continues to kick my ass. Either which way, here I am because I can sit down and at least do this for a little bit. So guys, I just wanted to tell you that I heard the rumor. Is the rumor true? Because I heard that, yep, Ken left Gypsy. Yep, Parker disappeared, which is more upsetting to me than anything because Parker didn't ask for any of this, and Parker needs to be home with his dad. Not his step monster, Gypsy, but with his dad, Ken. Guys, why do you think Parker would leave? Could there have been yelling and screaming and Parker freaked out and took off? My dogs don't like loud noises and such. So is that at all possible? Could it be that they didn't feed Parker the way that they should be feeding Parker? And that while they were arguing, Parker missed a meal and maybe went to the neighbor's house to try to get some food? Is that at all possible? Again, guys, simply joking about Parker because Parker, honestly, is the only being that I am honestly concerned with here. And if there is a baby inside of the monster that we know as Gypsy Rose, I would be concerned about the baby too. So, guys, I want to tell you this is a true story. I was in a really bad relationship that came on quick. I mean, it came on quick, but I knew this person for a really long time, but not in the capacity of, being partners and, trying to share a life. And it didn't work out. But I had these two dogs, and this woman, I think, was like, I was in a position where I couldn't take my dogs with me, and I couldn't stay where I was. And this was, oh God, over 30 years ago. So I used to go and see my dogs every day. I just didn't sleep there, and I'd go and see my dogs every day when she would go to work. She knew that. But when I went and finally got the place, I told her, like, I'm not a liar, but I told her that I was going to be getting a place on a certain date. And I got that place like 2 weeks before. And I took my dogs 2 weeks before I told her I was coming to take my dogs because I didn't trust what she would do with my dogs because she knew how important they were to me. I'm suspicious to why and how Parker got out of a gate today, of all days. And I don't know. I was watching Morbid and something came up in Morbid's comments. I want to show you this because this I didn't know about. Did anyone else know about the fact that she let go of her animals, that she just let her pets go? She just released them like domesticated animals that lived in a house. You just like open up the door and say, get the fuck out. I don't understand that. What'd you do? Did she really do that? Does anybody know for sure? We saw how easy it was for her to leave Trixie behind. So now we're back at the second most serious question. Did Ken have enough and leave? Did Ken say, no, I can't take this no more? Did Ken say, let's just kiss and say goodbye? Or did Ken say, Gypsy, I told you, if you hounded me one more time, or if you stuck your tongue out of the mouth one more time and tried to grab that fly without the fly swatter, that would be enough for me to go back to Texas. Is that what happened? Did they break up? Because I trust Nina. I totally believe that whatever Nina would put out on her channel, she believes 100%. I believe that. Because nobody's going to put something out on their channel intentionally, I believe, to mislead people, because then what happens to your credibility, right? Let me amend that. I do believe that there are people that do that. However, I don't think that Nina is one of those people that does that. So I believe that Nina has an inside scoop. And is the inside scoop correct? Because somebody else said that they just saw Gypsy and Ken yesterday hanging out in Louisiana. So, what's going on? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. We will find out. Because regardless of anything, we find out everything more or less, right? People see people. If Ken's not with Gypsy and Ken ends up somewhere else, just like Ryan is shown now on TikTok when he's at games and stuff, people know Ryan. I would think that people will show pictures of Ken. That's how we figured out that maybe Ken wasn't working, because if Ken's going to be your bartender, seriously, aren't you going to sit there with your phone and pretend? If nothing else, aren't you going to pretend and get a photo of him? Come on. So I think ultimately we will find out. In the meantime, I came across this old video that I thought we would just show again because, I don't like Gypsy. I don't like her at all, and I don't feel so well. So, I don't want Gypsy to get happiness until Nick gets a fair trial, a fair resentencing, a fair hearing, something. I don't want Gypsy to get any kind of happiness until Ryan has some happiness. I don't want Gypsy to live some sort of privileged, rewarded life because she unalived her mom and groomed somebody to do that and got 8.5 years. And that other person is sitting in prison. And she just kind of has no regard for him. And I'm not convinced that she's not sending some sort of messages to him or something. So there's so much more to this case, to be honest with you, than I ever thought before. Like there's so much more to it. What a shit show. What a shit show. And this woman is like walking through life, leaving a bunch of debris behind her that are people's hearts, pets. I mean, who knows? Just to those people that really don't like Gypsy and just, want to see some justice, let's watch this and let's kind of think that maybe the rumors are true.
So in love with this man. So in love with this man. I am so in love with this man. In the 5 years that we were separated, I was in pain. I couldn't get over him. I always felt lost.
So I didn't know that they broke up for 5 years. I thought it was for 2 years. But I hope she finds a compass. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. I don't want her to find a compass. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. Tell me what you think in the comments. You think that they broke up? You think they didn't break up? What do you think? What are you thinking? Talk to me. Thanks, guys.